Hey YouTube, this is Short Simple Solutions, and today I'm going to be showing you how to change the tires on your lawnmower or any other small vehicle that you have. So come on and let's get to it.
The first thing we need to do is jack up the vehicle. Make sure you lift from a sturdy location such as the frame or differential. Next, we will add jack stands, as the hydraulics of the jack could fail and the jack stands will prevent the vehicle from falling. Now I remove the tire from the lawnmower. If you do not have an impact, you can break loose the lug nuts with a breaker bar before jacking up the vehicle. Then finish removing the nuts when the wheel is in the air. This way, the tire will not spin when trying to loosen the nuts.
Today I'll be using my Pittsburgh mini tire changer to remove the tire from the rim. This is a handy little kit if you want to remove ATV or lawnmower tires.
First, I will put the tire holder in the vise. Next, put on the wheel, the alignment disc, the two spacers, and the locking nut. Screw down the locking nut nice and tight so that the tire does not spin. If your tire still has a lot of air in it, you will need to remove the valve core. Spray the tire with soapy water and use the bead breaker tool to separate the tire from the rim. Whoosh! Once the back bead of the tire is unseated, we can flip the tire and separate the front bead. Reassemble the alignment disc, the spacers, and the locking nut, and break the front bead of the tire just like you did the back bead. Be sure to use soapy water again, as it helps with movement between the tire and the rim. Both beads are now separated from the rim and the tire can be removed. Insert the ball end of the tool between the tire and the rim. Spray the rim with soapy water. Work the tool around the tire slowly, lifting the bead over the rim. Once the front side of the tire pops free, repeat the process with the back side of the tire to completely separate the tire from the rim. If you had problems with the old tire bead leaking air or would like to repaint your rim, check out my other video on how to restore your lawnmower rim like I did. Now we can put on the new tire. Spray the tire with soapy water. I like to use soapy water instead of oil or grease, as those can break down the rubber of the tire. Make sure you have the tire orientated with the correct rotation if there is a marked rotation for the tire. When buying a lawnmower tire, it is important to watch out for the number of plies the tire has. The higher the number, the more durable the tire will be. This new tire is a 6-ply, where the old tire was only 2-ply and only lasted 1 season. Use the opposite end of the tool to help work the tire bead over the rim. Once the back side of the tire is on the rim, we can start working on the front side of the bead. I like to use a C-clamp to help with installing the front bead. This will keep the tire from rotating while you're trying to set the front bead. Use the tool again to work the front bead over the rim. This new tire will be a little stiffer, so it might be a little more difficult, especially since I increased the ply of the tire from 2 to 6 ply. Now that the tire is on the rim, we need to set the tire beads in place. You can do this using an air compressor. If there is a large leak, use a ratchet strap around the tire to help put force on the tire while inflating. Remove the ratchet strap once the tire starts to inflate. It's now time to install the wheel to the lawnmower. I like to use anti-seize on the bolts to ensure they come off in the future. Just apply a little bit to each bolt to keep the bolt from rusting and seizing to the axle. Start each bolt by hand to avoid cross-threading the bolt. Use an impact or ratchet to get them snug. Do not over-tighten the bolt in this step, as we use a torque wrench to make sure the bolts are tight. Lift the lawnmower slightly with the jack to remove pressure from the jack stands so that they can be removed. Slowly release pressure from the jack to set the tire back on the ground.
Next, we're going to use our torque wrench. The specification says 60 to 70 foot-pounds. I've got mine set to 70. So we're just going to go around, make sure each lug nut is tightened to the specification.
Here's what the tire looked like before, and here's the new tire. Thanks for watching Short Simple Solutions.